Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fully Playable Games for a very, very long overdue game hunt video. So yeah, it's probably been about 3 weeks since the last time we had a game hunt video. So yeah, really excited to get into the stuff that we've got in today's video. And as you'd have seen from the thumbnail, it is actually a auction pickup video. But, so it's not going to be like the other auction videos that we've done, purely because I completely messed up. So while I was at the auction, I filmed my intro in the car as I normally do, and the way that I normally do it is that I have the screen facing me, and yeah, I do my intro, then I flip the camera around and have the phone sort of laying down when I am at the auction. Unfortunately, I forgot to flip the camera around, so yeah, basically I've got about 2 or 3 hours worth of footage of the table that was in front of me. So yeah, unfortunately I completely mucked up all the footage for today, but we do still have some good pickups. And what we're going to do is we're going to dive straight in to the first bundle that I actually picked up. And this was a bit of a strange one because I was bidding on this bundle. And what I'll do is I'll periodically put pictures up that I took at the auction as well. I was bidding on this bundle and I was essentially seeing a console and a load of games. But in addition to that, there was actually a truckload more of stuff. There's probably about another 2 big boxes full of just random odds and sods. A lot of it was like China items and sort of things like that. Stuff that was nothing to do with gaming, but I was actually being able to sell at the boot fair. So I was able to offset some of the cost of this bundle because I'll be honest, once all said and done, and I'd left the auction and I was thinking about it, I was like, I think I've overpaid for this, but even still. So, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the games that are in the bundle, because I'll be honest, most of them are doubles. So, yeah, we're not going to really do a lot with them. So, the first one that we've got a couple of PS2 games, and the first one that we've got is the Black Label Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It is complete, it's got the maps and it's got everything. So, yeah. Looking it up online, it goes for about £5 at CEX, £7 on eBay. And I, for some reason, haven't got the voucher price down for this. So what I'll do is I'll stick that just down the bottom. But yeah, that will probably be something that we'll trade in. Then one that I actually found quite late, and was actually found just before I started filming. It's actually in the box for the console that we've got in a little bit. And that is the Platinum version of Simpsons Hit and Run. Once again, it is all complete, but let me skip to my next screen. There we go. I was really surprised about how much this was now going for. So I thought the prices had dropped off on this quite a bit, but they seem to have bounced back because it's currently selling for £25 at CEX, £18 on eBay, and trades in for a £10 voucher. So I am going to be honest, I am going to chuck this up on eBay. It is, yeah, we've already got the Platinum version and the Black Label version in the collection. So, yeah, it just makes sense to trade that in and get a bit of money back. Sell it on eBay and get a bit of money back. Then we've got a whole stack of Wii games. And the first one that we've got is Zumba Fitness Join the Party. And we do also have the arm strap as well. This isn't an expensive game in any way, shape or form. Goes for £1.50 at CEX, £6 on eBay, and trades in for a 40p voucher. So yeah, that will probably just be some boot fair fodder. Then next up, we have got Big Brain Academy for the Wii. Now, for ages, I didn't actually think that we had this in the collection, but yeah, upon looking at my app, we do have it, so that's quite good. Looking up online, it still currently does go for £1 at CEX, £5 on eBay, and trades in for a 30p voucher. So once again, that will be something that I will probably just take to a boot fair with me. And there we go. I've mucked it up. I've double pressed buttons when I shouldn't have done. Next up, we've got Wii Play, and once again, that does still go for £1 at CEX, £5 on eBay, and a 30p voucher. I'll be honest, we've had so many of these, but I will say the version of this that I am still after is the big box version. So it's the one, the bit like the Wii Sports Resort, where the Wii Sports Resort I think comes with a Motion Plus and the sleeve, whereas I think this in the big box actually come with an additional Joy-Con. So yeah, I do still want to get hold of that as and when I can, but it's not something that's sort of massively on top of my list. Then next up, we've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex Edition. So this was one, we've had this in the collection. I think I've even captured footage for this back in the days when I used to sort of capture footage for the Wii games. Originally released in 2009, this still goes for £3 at CEX, £4.50 on eBay, and trades in for a £1.20 voucher. So I'll be honest, I'm probably going to trade that one in, because what I tend to do is if I take games to the boot fair, I tend to sort of sell them for about £1. And so what I do is anything that's can get me more than £1 in a voucher, I'll take to CEX. Everything else just goes to the boot fair. I thought that was the best way to do it. Then we've got Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary. So this goes for £2 at CEX, £4.50 on eBay, and trades in for an 80p voucher. I'll be honest, I haven't actually ever played this. I'll be honest, I always struggled with the older Tomb Raider games anyway, let alone chucking in motion control as well. But yeah, it is what it is, do you know what I mean? But it is an exclusive Wii features. Obviously, that is going to be the motion control. And then the last Wii game that we actually got in this bundle was actually something that we didn't have in the collection. And it is one that, I can't wait to play it. It sort of seems, it just blows all of the other games that we've got in the collection out the water. You think you've got your God of Wars and Grand Theft Autos and all of that. It doesn't even hold a candle to this. My Vet Practice. Yeah. Not a game that I've got any interest in at all, but it isn't one that we have in the collection. And to be quite honest, it's not going to take up any room in the games room because we don't have any of the Wii games in the games room anymore. So I'm quite happy just to put it straight into storage. Goes for £1 at CEX, £5 on eBay. Let's start second pile. And then the console that we got. This was actually one, and the reason that I grabbed it was because I hadn't ever seen this console before, not in this sort of branding. So yeah, as soon as I saw it, decided to sort of run in and grab it. And yeah, actually, as I say, I think I paid up a bit more than I should have done for this lot. But I think with all said and done, especially with finding Hit and Run in there as well, because I didn't even know that was there to start with. So we have got the Nintendo Wii Mario Kart pack. So this is a Wii console, the controllers, the wheel, and Mario Kart. I think with the Mario Kart, it's meant to be the cardboard sleeve version, but this actually, when you go into the box, it's got the DVD case version. So what I'll probably have to do is track down that. It is also missing the insert that the steering wheel and the game go into. So yeah, I'm probably not going to find that. And then when I looked, it is missing a motion control as well, but I've got so many in the house, it'll be easy to find one to put in. And looking it up online, couldn't see it at CEX, but it does go on eBay, and it goes for about £100. So I thought, you know what, it was a variant that I hadn't seen before. So that was the main reason for trying to get hold of it. And actually, at the moment, I have got a couple of different Wii variants. So we've got the original sort of retail box of just the console. We've then got the black Wii Sports Resort pack as well, which comes with the... no, it's not Wii Sports Resort, it's the Wii Fit bundle with the black balance board. we've now got that one as well. I don't think we've got any others, not that I can think of. But yeah, really happy to have that. And as I say, it's just a different variant to have in the collection. And yeah, just looking at my sort of screen that I've got up, there was a couple of other bits in the lot. So there were some tablets in there as well, and they have obviously been sort of tested, listed and sold on eBay. So the hammer price for everything that we got in this lot was £38. After all the fees were added, it was £47.50. So the auction that we go to the auction that we go to charges 25% commission on everything. So we basically have to pay 25% of the hammer price. And yeah, sucks a bit, but is what it is. So what I've done is essentially sort of split it down. So with all of the stuff that I had for resale, I basically allotted sort of £25 to this bundle. So yeah, really happy with that. Then next up, we actually got a console bundle. And I'll probably be relying on mostly photos for this. So the first couple of bits we actually got a couple of Xbox 360 consoles. So I've got one here, and this was actually the Xbox 360. Is it premium version? This was. So this has been the one that would have come with a hard drive. And yeah, I'll be honest, the Xbox consoles that were in this bundle, or the Xbox 360 consoles that were in this bundle, I got no interest in. So they were just literally extras that were there. Obviously, it is basically sort of just a console, and they normally go for about £20 on eBay as sort of parts only. In addition to this, we did also get a Xbox 360 arcade. So that is the original one where the disc drive is the same colour as the front plate, and it also didn't actually come packaged with a hard drive. Then, as well as that, we also got another Xbox console. This time it was an original Xbox. So I've actually been really surprised looking at these online, because they seem to have shot up quite a bit. I think if you can get them complete with controllers, cables and everything like that, you can look to get about £60 to £80 for them. Obviously console only, they normally go for about £20. But what I'll probably do is, I've got all the bits, so I will get it tested, get the capacitor changed out, and then yeah, try that up on eBay, and sort of once again get a bit of money back. Then next up, there was actually a couple of retro consoles there, and I'll be honest, they are currently sitting in the shed waiting to go to a boot fair, because as I said on the video a little while back, I'm not worrying about these old sort of plug and play sort of retro consoles anymore. So we had a Binatone Colour TV game Mark 6. We also had we had two Binatone TV Master Mark 6 as well. So the TV game Mark 6 normally sells for about £18 on eBay, and the Master Mark 6 sells for about £16 each on eBay. So not something I'm going to sell through eBay. I'll probably just take them to a boot fair, knock them out for a £5 each, and then yeah, I'll be a happy chappy. And then the other console that was in this bundle was actually a complete Super Nintendo. So it was the power supply, I think it had the AV cable, it had an RF cable, it didn't have the actual AV cable, but it did have a genuine controller. So I've actually already sold that. I actually had a friend that was looking for one. So I gave him a call, and yeah, he actually took it for, I think I gave it to him for about £45. Basically just went for the sort of CEX voucher price. So they normally sell for about £70 at CEX. They trade in for a £46 voucher, and then they sell for about £65 on eBay. So yeah, just literally done it for sort of voucher price. It was all working, everything was sweet with it, but yeah, obviously I've got my Super Nintendo that we use. I've then got, I think I've got another two or three Super Nintendos in the bedroom as well. So yeah, I didn't need another Super Nintendo. That one was purely bought for resale. I just happened to get lucky that a friend was after one. So all in for the console bundle, we paid, it was a hammer price of £30. So once all said and done, so with the sale of the Super Nintendo, we've done really well off this bundle. And yeah, total price that we paid was £37.50p. So yeah, really happy with that. As I say, more than happy with the fact that I could sort of make a bit of money and also got a friend a console that he was after. Then, before the auction wrapped up, I was actually talking to one of the guys that I normally buy games off of at Lazybones Boot Fair. So he normally has a massive stall with all games, and I tend to sort of just go through when he sets up. I know we picked up sort of loads of PS4, PS5 and Switch games off him over the last couple of months. Well, he was there, and he actually had a lot in the auction that he was selling. It was a small bundle of Mega Drive games, and I think it ended up selling for sort of the entry price of like £10. So it's £12.50 once all said and done. And I was like, and then later I didn't actually know that it was his lot. It was only later on when I was sort of talking to him. I was like, oh, did you see those Mega Drive games? He's like, yeah, it's mine. It's like, oh, really? You told me and I bought them off you. But yeah, so I actually said, oh, you got any others? And he's like, oh yeah, I've got a bag full in the car. Brilliant. And yeah, so I ended up basically buying all of the games that he had in this bag. And I will admit, he gave me such a stonking price that I am just over the moon. So, first off, we are going to go through some of the doubles that we've got. So, the first ones that we've got, I've actually got two of the same game. And that is PGA European Tour. These are both complete. And yeah, what I will say is that one is probably better condition than that one, because that one's just got a bit of sort of water damage. But once again, they go for about £6 each on eBay. So I'm probably just going to take them to a boot fair, just sort of put them on the table and knock them out for a £5. Or whatever I can get for them, really. I'll probably start a £5 and then see where we go. Then, carrying on, I will say the majority, actually say the whole lot of games, they're all going to be sports. So, don't expect anything amazing, but it is all sports. But I will say we've got, what, we've got 5 doubles, and then we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 sort of new additions for the collection. And one of them I'm actually really happy about because it's a sequel to a game that we've got in the collection already. So the other double that we got is PGA Tour 3. So this was one, I don't think I added it that long ago. But I will say the case isn't in the best of conditions. Looking that one up online, that goes for £10 on eBay. Then we've got FIFA International Soccer. Once again, it is complete, and I actually think I remember where I got this from. So obviously we have already got it in the collection, but I think we picked this up from the Manston boot fair that we went to, so the airport. But what I have just noticed is it's actually got, I'll show you on the bottom, the 4-way play system. So that is basically, so that will work with that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm trying to put a list together of all the games that support the 4-way play system, and I want to try and sort of get hold of them all. So I think it'll be quite nice to have all these sort of games displayed with the adapter. Looking it up online, FIFA goes for about £9 on eBay. And then the last double that we got was PGA Tour 96. So yeah, as I say, it was one we already had in the collection. I do enjoy the older PGA Tour games, I have to admit. I am very much of the era where I love the bar, as I call it. So looking up PGA Tour 96, that goes for about £5 on eBay. Then we are diving into the new additions to the collection. And I will admit, when I initially picked up these games, I actually thought this next game was a double. And I was over the moon to see that we didn't have it. And that is Ayrton Senna's Super Monaco Grand Prix 2. So, released in 1992 by Sega. This is based on the Formula 1 season and is based around, it features 19 tracks. They're unnamed recreations of tracks from the 1991 Formula One World Championship and 3 fantasy tracks in the Senna GP mode. The game was initially suggested by Sega's distributor in Brazil, Tech Toys, but it was actually originally developed by Sega in Japan. And yeah, it plays very much the same as the first game, but I just seem to find that this. So in the first game, it's very much a elimination style game, whereas this one you rate. It's a normal race. So yeah, I do much prefer that. But yeah, really happy to have this. Looking it up online, it goes for about £12 on eBay. And I think the new ones I'm going to pile up there for the minute. Then next up we have got, I'll tell you what, I'm actually probably going to do these next 2 together because they're both part of the same series. So we've actually got Brian Lara Cricket and Brian Lara Cricket 96, or Brian Lara 96 Cricket. I will be honest, I am not a fan of cricket games. Never enjoyed cricket as a sport, and yeah, I just am not a fan of it. So the first game was released in 1995, and it is the first Brian Lara cricket game in the series. The game supports 1 to 4 players and has 3 modes of difficulty. It also features real player names as well. And I have to say, the graphics on this I absolutely hated. The game does nothing to change that. It is, yeah, I just didn't enjoy the gameplay, didn't enjoy the graphics, and yeah, it just wasn't up there. So looking it up online, it goes for £6 on eBay. And if we look at Brian Lara Cricket 96, that one goes for £8.50. And yeah, I will admit, I didn't actually play the second game, just because, as I say, I can get no enjoyment out of cricket at all. So I'll be honest, those ones will not be going into the shelf. They'll go straight into storage with the other Mega Drive games. But one game that I will be adding in, in addition to Monaco Grand Prix, another game that we're going to add in is NHL 95. Actually, no, we're not. No, I'm not going to be able to add it in because all of the White Spine games have been put downstairs. I don't actually have any of them up here now. So yeah, for now I'm not going to be able to add this in. Hopefully in the future we're going to be able to get that other bookcase back in, and then I can get 4 shelves of Mega Drive games in here, which will be good. So this one was released in 1994 by High Score Productions. NHL 95 is also known as NHL Hockey 95. The game has team rosters and players attributes from the 94 to 95 season. And yeah, as I say, I absolutely love the NHL games, regardless of platform. Actually, I think sort of even playing these ones from the sort of Mega Drive era, right away up to ones on sort of like the PS4 and everything like that. I've just always really enjoyed them. I haven't come across one yet that I didn't enjoy. And I will say that is coming from someone that knows absolutely zero about ice hockey. Don't know. I just play it, I bat it up and down and do my best to get the puck into the goal. That's about it. But yeah, really happy to have that. Looking it up online, it goes for £16 on eBay. Then next up, so this next game is the sort of game that I just don't think is suited to a sort of controller based system, and that is Premier Manager. So basically this is a 1995 football management game. Premier Manager allows up to 4 players to play the game to manage English football clubs from the Premier League and Conference League. The players must manage a team to win football matches as well as maintaining financial stability. Players can also compete to win trophies in competitions such as the FA Cup and UEFA Cup. This was the first time a Football Manager game was released on the Mega Drive. And yeah, I will be honest, sort of back in school, I really got into Championship Manager. So there was a whole load of us that we had, like basically sort of, we would print out a league, and we were able, I can't remember exactly how we were doing it, but we didn't have any direct sort of internet connection to each other, but we did. There was a big sort of like, I think it was a whole load of us across the whole year that were playing sort of Championship Manager, and yeah, it was brilliant. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, I played it both with people in school as well as sort of people at home. I have to admit, as I said, games like this, they're much better suited for the PC. I just, yeah, didn't enjoy this and just found it really cumbersome to play. But yeah, once again, sort of back in 1995, this would have been sort of peak entertainment, especially if you were into that sort of game. But yeah, so looking it up online, it goes for about £9 on eBay. As I say, it's nice to have in the collection, but it's not one that I'm going to sort of run to pick up. So next up, we've actually got a snooker game, and we've got Jimmy White's Whirlwind Snooker. So originally released in 1994. This was not the first game to simulate 3D snooker, but what it did do is it did use the processing power of the 16-bit processing power of the Mega Drive, and was highly praised for the groundbreaking realism and easy to use interface. The game took several years to complete, the billiard balls physics alone taking several months of programming. Now, while graphically very impressive, running on the Mega Drive, it's not one of the better snooker games that I've played. The camera is what really lets this down. It's got a really horrible camera, and I will say, even though there was a lot of people praising the user interface, I did find it, yeah, I didn't find it great. As I say, there was much better snooker games out, both then and now. But yeah, it's another nice one to add to the collection, and another blue spine as well, which is good. So looking it up online, it goes for about £8 on eBay. And then these next two, I'm just going to do them together again. So we've actually got PGA Tour Golf and PGA Tour Golf 2. We have already got these in the collection, but these two are Genesis copies. So yeah, obviously we don't have the Genesis copies in the collection, so they'll be getting added in. And yeah, it's basically exactly the same as the PAL release, but just the American version. So PGA Tour Golf goes for £9 on eBay, and PGA Tour Golf 2 goes for £8. And that is it. So those are all the games that we got. So as I say, we've got 9 new games to add to the collection. So it was 13 games in total, and we paid a massive £10 for the whole lot. So yeah, really happy with that. And I think what's better is with some of the doubles, I'm probably going to check some of my EA boxes before I sell them off to see if there are some better boxes, and if I need to replace anything. Then the last couple of bits that we've got to go through, these are just bits that I found in other lots when I was sort of going through bits that I picked up. So yeah, I've not really got any sort of paid prices for these, because as I say, they were just found in bottom of boxes and things like that. So first one that we've got is actually a Tiger game. So this is the Tiger Star Wars Episode 1 Battle Tank Attack electronic game. And yeah, I have to admit, I put batteries in it, it does all work. The only thing I can't get to work is the sound. So I don't know if there's a problem with the speaker or if I'm just not turning it on correctly. I'm pressing the sound button, but not getting anything. So yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. Looking it up online, they go for about £10 on eBay. And while I'm not a massive collector of sort of Tiger games, I definitely will keep this one, because as well, this one I will probably end up putting into my Star Wars collection instead of my gaming collection. Then keeping en route with the handheld games, we've got Pro Golf. So this is an LSI game. And yeah, once again, it's not one that I've ever heard of, ever seen before, but I thought it was a nice one to keep hold of. I will be honest, I'm not too sure whether I'm actually going to keep this or if I'm probably going to sort of just sell it on. Because looking it up online, they go for about £20 on eBay. So yeah, I might end up sort of just chopping it on eBay. And yeah, because it's not, as I say, I don't collect the sort of dot matrix like handhelds. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, but yeah, still a nice addition. Then actually this next one I was actually really happy to have, because it is the companion to something that we've already got on the shelves. I'm just going to move those down there, which is where it should be. And this is the Paladone official PlayStation 4 DualShock alarm clock. So we currently already have one in the collection, and we've got the white one. And yeah, I was sort of thinking about it afterwards, and I was like, I really wish I could get hold of the black one. And then yeah, I literally ended up finding one in the bottom of a box. So they are going to go there. And then we've got the black, and we've got the white, we've got the full set there. They're not expensive, they go for about £9 on eBay. So nothing major, but still nice to have the set now. Because those are the sort of the two main colours of controller that I use. Then next up, I managed to find an Amiga game. So it is disc and manual. It's not got the box or anything, but even still, a nice one to have. And that is Pinball Magic. So this is for the Commodore Amiga. So we've got one of those in the collection. So if I want to get this up and running, we can do. Released in 1999. Sorry, not 1990. It goes for about £10 on eBay. I think that is just sort of disc only. But yeah, it was one that was in the box, so I wasn't going to get rid of it. I'll be honest, I haven't got any footage for it because I haven't been able to get the Amiga set up. I think that's one of the consoles that does need a bit of work. That can go up there. And then the last game that we got was actually, once again, this one was a car and manual, but it is actually a double, so I'm quite lucky. I've not got to try and track down the case and the cover, and that is FIFA Soccer 95. So yeah, we've got pretty much all of the FIFAs now on the Mega Drive, I believe. So yeah, initially I thought it was one that I needed for the collection, so I was actually quite looking forward to tracking down the cover for it. But yeah, once I looked at my app, we have already got it in the collection, which is a bit of a shame. Looking it up online, it goes for about £8 on eBay. And then that is it. So before we wrap up the video, let's quickly run through the totals. So our total spend today was £72.50. If we'd got everything from CEX, it would have been £109.50. If we'd bought everything from eBay, it would have been £497.50. And at the moment, we are due to be able to trade everything in for a £61 CEX voucher. But that voucher price does include the Super Nintendo, so that's going to be much lower than that. I think we're looking, what, £26 trade-in voucher for everything. But then obviously Simpsons Hit and Run, I'm going to sell on eBay because we'll get more money doing it that way. And yeah, that is everything that we picked up in this trip to the auction. So I am trying to get everything back on track now. Obviously, we have got the games room finished, as finished as it's going to be for a while. And yeah, so we should be getting back on track now with regards to the Game Hunt videos coming out on a Friday and back to the Tuesday videos as well. So yeah, just a massive thank you to everyone that has watched the recent videos and all the support and advice that everyone's given me. And yeah, to be quite honest, I've read everything. I know I haven't responded to everything, but yeah, just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone. And yeah, hopefully today's video will be a bit better both in the sort of sound and lighting way as the sound and the lighting, because I'm trying new options with regards to those. So yeah, let me know. Are they any better or are they worse? I'm hoping they're not worse. That I'll find out when I'm editing the video tonight, because I've got to edit to upload it because I'm actually filming this Thursday evening. But yeah, with that said, I am going to wrap the video up there. But before you go, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Really hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Alright, bye!